The Reserve Bank widely expected to keep interest rates on hold today, despite inflation falling more than expected during the month of February. Joining us live, our business reporter Ed Boyd. Ed, some economists believe the RBA could cut rates next month, less than 2 weeks after the federal election, but not today.
Not today, Kieran. Look, money markets are pricing in an 80% chance of interest rates being on hold today at their cash rate decision, which they'll announce at 2:30. There's a 20% chance, though, that rates could fall today. But looking at it from the RBA's perspective, they rarely make a rates movement during a political campaign. They don't really want to get involved in the day-to-day politics. So the next board meeting is on the 20th of May, which would be just over a couple of weeks after the federal election. So there's a potential, some bank economists think we could see rates fall in May and then potentially another rate cut later in the year, maybe August or potentially a few months after that. But just looking at the economy right now, we've seen inflation during the February inflation report showed inflation fell to 2.4%. Trim mean inflation, which is the figure the RBA looks at closely, was 2.7%. And remember, their mandate is to get inflation within that target band of 2% to 3%. The other thing we're going to see before the next board meeting is the quarterly CPI figures, which are more accurate. We'll get them on the 30th of April, and then the board meeting will be on the 20th of May. So we will get that 30th of April inflation figure during the election campaign, so that will be something that will obviously be talked about in the final few days of the election. But from the RBA's view, Kieran, I think money markets believe rates are on hold, and I think the Reserve Bank is probably not going to want to rock the boat too much today with their interest rates call.
Although, Ed, today's cash rate decision, it's going to be the first one conducted by that new setup, the new Monetary Policy Board.
Yeah, this is the big review of the Reserve Bank that kicked off in 2023, and one of the outcomes from that review was to create two boards of Australia's central bank. Some other central banks around the world do this already. So basically, from the 1st of March, there's the new Monetary Policy Board. Their whole point of the board is to make decisions around the cash rate and the economy, and then there's a management board of the Reserve Bank as well. So today is the first day that the Monetary Policy Board in its entirety, there are 9 people on the board, will make their first cash rate decision as a collective group. So the board meeting started yesterday, it finishes at about midday today, and then we'll hear from Governor Bullock at 3:30. So expect lots of questions from Governor Bullock today about spending. Government spending has been very elevated for the past couple of years. It's one of the things that's kept our economy growing, but it's also one way to add to inflation in our economy. And we've seen some big spending commitments from both political parties already announced in the lead up to the election and been matched. So government spending is obviously going to continue at a high pace, and we should hear Governor Bullock's response to that at 3:30 this afternoon.
And we'll have full live coverage 2:30 with you and our colleagues. Ed, thanks for that, of that rates decision.